Okay, so Tottenham Hotspur looking for a new manager. There's also plenty of movement activity in the transfer market with that first bonus transfer window closing on Tuesday. Mark McAdam is back, and we've got some new news regarding a potential incoming for Arsenal.
Yeah, huge news for Arsenal fans.
Arsenal have confirmed their seventh signing of the summer in a transfer window that has already sent waves across the footballing landscape, and this time it is the announcement that so many fans had been eagerly waiting for, the arrival of Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace in a deal worth a staggering £67.5 million. The confirmation came after weeks of speculation, murmurs in the press, whispers across social media, and plenty of tense moments for fans who feared that another big club might swoop in and hijack the deal. Instead, Arsenal acted decisively, proving once again that under Mikel Arteta and sporting director Edu, the club are no longer hesitant or timid in the transfer market but are willing to invest heavily in players who they believe can elevate the team to the highest level. Eze's move marks yet another step in a summer of ambition for the Gunners, and supporters are now buzzing with excitement as they dream of what this squad could achieve in the upcoming season. The story of this transfer is layered with drama, competition, and strategy. Arsenal had identified Eze months ago as one of their primary targets, with Arteta himself reportedly enchanted by the player's ability to glide across midfield, carry the ball with purpose, and create opportunities out of seemingly nothing. For Crystal Palace, losing Eze was always going to be painful, especially since he was not just one of their most gifted players but also a talisman for the fans, someone who represented flair, creativity, and the promise of something special every time he touched the ball. Yet, the reality of modern football is that when a club of Arsenal's stature comes calling, it is nearly impossible to say no, both for the player and for the selling club, especially when a fee of £67.5 million is involved. That figure represents not only the sheer determination Arsenal had to land their man but also the value and respect that Eze has earned with his performances in the Premier League. For Eze, this transfer is a dream come true. From his days rising through the ranks, facing setbacks, and proving doubters wrong, to now joining one of the most historic clubs in English football, his journey has been nothing short of inspirational. This is not just a story of a talented player getting a big move, but also of persistence, resilience, and belief. Eze has faced moments in his career where opportunities seemed slim, but his dedication and refusal to give up kept pushing him forward. That resilience now finds its reward at the Emirates Stadium, where he will wear Arsenal colours and aim to write a new chapter in his career. For Arsenal fans, the excitement lies not only in what he has already achieved but in what he could become under the guidance of Mikel Arteta, who has shown an incredible ability to develop players and help them reach levels they never imagined. Arteta has been very clear about his vision for Arsenal, and Eze fits into that blueprint seamlessly. Arsenal want to play dynamic football, a blend of intensity, possession control, and creativity, with players capable of unlocking defenses even in the tightest of matches. Eze offers exactly that, a player who can pick the ball up from deep, glide past markers, and open spaces for his teammates. His dribbling ability, combined with his knack for finding the final pass, makes him a perfect addition to a squad that already boasts the likes of Bukayo, Saka, Martin Ødegaard, and Gabriel Jesus. The thought of Eze linking up with Ødegaard in midfield, exchanging quick passes, and carving out opportunities for Saka on the wing is enough to make Arsenal supporters salivate with anticipation. It is also a statement of intent to rival clubs that Arsenal are not satisfied with simply being contenders, they want to dominate, and Eze's signing underlines that ambition. The financial commitment also tells its own story. For many years, Arsenal were accused of being conservative in the transfer market, often unwilling to compete with the financial muscle of Manchester City, Chelsea, or Manchester United. But in recent seasons, under the ownership of the Kroenks and the leadership of Edu and Arteta, the club has shown a willingness to spend big where it matters, provided the target is the right one. Eze's transfer fee of £67.5 million places him among the most expensive signings in Arsenal's history, alongside the likes of Nicolas Pepe and Declan Rice. The difference, however, is that this feels like an investment driven by a clear vision and footballing logic rather than a gamble. Arsenal know exactly what they are getting with Eze, a Premier League proven talent with his best years ahead of him, hungry for success, and eager to showcase his skills on the biggest stage of all. The reaction from fans has been explosive. Social media timelines are flooded with celebrations, creative graphics of Eze in Arsenal kits, and endless discussions about how he will fit into the team. For a fan base that has been craving success since the days of Arsene Wenger's glory years, every new signing brings hope, but Eze in particular seems to have ignited something special. There is a sense that this is not just another signing, but one that could be transformative. Supporters are already debating which shirt number he will wear, how his style will complement Ødegaard, whether he will become a first-choice starter immediately or be eased into the system, and what this means for Arsenal's title chances. It is the kind of excitement that reminds everyone why football is not just a game but an emotional experience that unites millions. Beyond the excitement, there is also respect for what this transfer means for Eze personally. Coming from a background where success was never guaranteed, his rise to the top is inspiring for young players everywhere. He has shown that hard work, perseverance, and talent can take you from the lower leagues to one of the biggest stages in world football. Arsenal, too, have always been a club that values stories like this, players who fight against the odds and become legends. Fans will be hoping that Eze can follow in the footsteps of greats who once wore the Arsenal shirt, from Thierry Henry to Dennis Bergkamp, from Robert Pires to Cesc Fabregas, players who brought joy, trophies, and unforgettable memories. Of course, with a transfer fee of this magnitude comes pressure. Eze will know that expectations are sky high, and the Premier League is unforgiving to those who fail to deliver. Every touch will be scrutinized, every game analyzed, and comparisons will inevitably be drawn with other big money signings. But if there is one thing Eze has shown throughout his career, it is his ability to rise to the occasion. Whether it was proving himself at QPR, dazzling at Crystal Palace, or now stepping into the spotlight at Arsenal, he has always embraced the challenge. Arteta, too, will be aware of the need to manage him carefully, balancing the pressure with support and giving him the environment to thrive. Arsenal's dressing room, filled with young and hungry players who know what it means to carry the weight of expectation, should provide the perfect setting for Eze to settle in and flourish. The tactical possibilities are endless. Eze can play as a number 10, drifting between the lines and feeding strikers. He can operate from the left, cutting inside with his right foot to create or shoot. He can even drop deeper into midfield if Arteta wants to use him in a double pivot with more creative freedom. This versatility makes him a priceless asset, especially in a season where Arsenal will be competing not only in the Premier League but also in the Champions League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. Squad depth is crucial for any team aiming to compete on multiple fronts, and Eze provides exactly that without sacrificing quality. For Arteta, it is another tool in his arsenal, pun intended, to surprise opponents and adapt to different challenges. The timing of this signing is also significant. Coming as the 7th addition to the squad in one transfer window, it shows that Arsenal are building something serious, not just patching holes but constructing a team capable of sustained dominance. The new arrivals, combined with the existing core of young talents, paint the picture of a club that has learned from past mistakes and is determined not to fall short again. Last season, Arsenal came close to winning the league but fell just short against the relentless machine of Manchester City. The signing of Eze feels like a direct response to that disappointment, a statement that Arsenal will not only challenge but push even harder to go all the way this time. For Crystal Palace, meanwhile, this transfer is bittersweet. On one hand, they are losing their star player, someone who brought magic to Selhurst Park every weekend. On the other hand, the fee provides them with significant resources to reinvest in the squad. Palace fans will feel the pain of seeing Eze depart, but they can take pride in the fact that he has earned his move to one of the top clubs and that their club will benefit financially. There is also a sense of inevitability. Players of Eze's quality rarely remain outside the top tier for long, and Arsenal's move simply confirmed what many already suspected would happen sooner or later. As the dust settles on the announcement, attention will now turn to Eze's debut. Fans will be counting down the days until they see him step onto the pitch wearing the iconic red and white shirt of Arsenal.